Hello and welcome to the 2008 Magic the Gathering World Championships. I'm Randy Bueller. I'm here with Brian David Marshall, and it is time for the championship match. On the right of your screen, from the United States, Jamie Park. He's playing a 5-color control deck. On the left of your screen, Antti Malin from Finland playing a Fairies deck. These guys are going to play best 3 out of 5, and somebody is going to walk home with a World Championship title, $45,000 worth of cash, and a spot in Magic history. Who do you think it's going to be, Ryan?
Well, at this point, I would be loath to pick against Jamie based on his just incredible run through this top 8, where he had a terrible matchup in the quarterfinals.
He did.
He had a slightly
against Paulo Vitor da Monterosa, who was playing a Fairies deck.
A slightly less worse matchup in the semis
against Sagoshi Ikeda, the Japanese player, in his third top 8,
and he found a way each time.
Yes, he did.
I have to pick Jamie Park.
Yeah, Antti Malin is playing a Fairies deck. Antti fell down 2-0 in the semis, but managed to dispatch his opponent there, Hannes Karem of Estonia. Antti Malin in his second top 8. Jamie Park also in his second top 8 of his career. Going to be an interesting match of Magic. And in addition to the world title being on the line, and really a spot in history for one of these players, the United States is threatening to pull off a sweep of all of the major events. Not since the 97-98 season has any one country won every Pro Tour, including Worlds and the Worlds team competition. But that's exactly what the United States will accomplish if Jamie Park wins this match of Magic. Here comes Rock's Warmonk for Jamie Park. It's the first spell of the game. Okay. And Vidillion Click is the answer from Antti Malin. So Warmonk resolves, but Antti's going to take a look at Jamie's hand. Sees 2 Cryptic Commands, a Mull Drifter, an Esper Charm, and a second Rock's Warmonk. No 4th land, but plenty of action. He's got Vivid Land, Reflecting Pool, so he can play the Charm, he can play the Warmonk, he can invoke Mull Drifter. What do you take here if you're Antti Malin?
Depends on what's in his hand. He might want to take the Esper Charm. He might want to take probably going to take the Mull Drifter, though, right? Prevent him from digging himself out of this land stall.
That means Jamie's just going to go aggro with his second Rock's Warmonk, right? Rock's Warmonk's decent in this match, right? If it comes down early,
sure.
You're
just moving in the opposite direction of Lifetones, even if they're force fielding you every turn with their Bitter Blossom.
Right, and not that Antti has a Bitter Blossom.
And this is probably what Antti's working through in his head right now.
Yeah.
Instead, he takes Cryptic Command.
Cryptic Command. Interesting. Drop. And Jamie gets to draw a replacement card. And now Antti Malin will get to untap. This was, of course, at the end of Jamie's turn, after Jamie had played the Warmonk.
That's one thing that's bad about Warmonk is just a Sower of Temptation.
Wow.
There's a bad thing about Warmonk.
Sower of Temptation is stolen, steals the Rock's Warmonk. And dealing Click comes over for 3, and that is bad news. I think Jamie's right to just run it out there. Like, how else is he going to play that draw? He's got 2 Rock's Warmonks. He's just got to hope there's no Sower. Maybe he gets it countered, he can live with that. Sower of Temptation is really the only bad news. It's about a coin flip, right? 4 copies of Sower in Antti Malin's deck. He's got his opening hand plus a couple. It's like 50 to 60% chance he's going to have a Sower, but in the other 40 to 50% of the games, you're in pretty good shape.
So
I don't think Jamie gets ahead by sitting there doing nothing.
Yeah, Jamie's really looking for a Jun Charm at this point.
Now,
he also has Wrath of God. His turn.
Run out another Warmonk.
And that's what he's going to do.
Yep. Makes sense. Did draw a 4th land. That's good news for Jamie.
pretty content to just attack for 5 here in the air. Is that another sower?
Malin has a Thought Seize. The rest of his hand is a Terror and a Bitter Blossom.
You're 18? Yep, it resolves. It resolves, okay.
Alright, Thought Seize resolves. We see the Mole Drifter, the Esper Charm, and the Cryptic Command we knew about, and is that a Remove Soul? Yes, Remove Soul, it's the new card. So what do you take if you're anti-Malin? Esper Charm doesn't do much.
I think
Took Cryptic Command last time.
You have to follow through on that? Take the Cryptic Command again?
I think so. I mean, Cryptic Command can bounce Wax Mormont back to Jamie's hand. Yep. That would be pretty annoying, right? Yep, so down goes the second Cryptic Command. It's probably why Ante took the first one. He knew he was going to Sower, and he wanted to just remove those free bounce effects.
Black mana in my mana pool.
Terrors the second Wax Mormont.
Floating a black in its mana.
Floating a black, so that he'll be able to now follow up with Bitter Blossom. Wow, what a blowout. His draw has played out spectacularly well for Anti-Malin. He's all in, right? He's got no cards left in his hand. He's played everything, but it's pretty impressive. 5 turns, he's played everything, and as a result, he's got a Bitter Blossom, a Rock Swarmunk, a Sower of Temptation, and a Vendilion Click. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 power and counting worth of creatures. Jamie's got 4 lands.
Still has a Mole Drifter.
I guess if he 5th land, full price Mole Drifter that can block Sower would be nice. But it doesn't look like he has a 5th land. Looks like he's forced to evoke Mole Drifter. No, he plays a 3rd Rock Swarmunk.
I mean, this is the deck, right?
Sure.
Yeah, Jamie has won 2 matches of Magic today with this deck. He won the quarters, he won the semis. That's as many as he won on the entire standard competition day.
Yeah, he went
this
2,
deck,
3, and 1.
This deck did not do particularly well in the hands of the folks that ran it. It's a variant of a 5-color control. Gabe Nassif tweaked it and tuned it, and Rock Swarmunk was sort of the distinguishing feature, the most original piece of the puzzle. Yeah. Jamie's done. Game 1 quickly goes to Anti-Malin. Jamie scoops up his cards and starts thinking about how to sideboard. What happens when they sideboard for this match?
Well, I think they've just come to the conclusion that he needs to have Bitter Blossoms. And he needs to have the Bitter Blossoms, not necessarily to win, but just to match Anti-Malin's Bitter Blossoms.
I know that he played 5 games against Paulo Vitor Dama-de-Rosa, who was also playing a Fairies deck in the quarterfinals. And at the end of the match, Jamie was sort of shrugging, almost apologetic, having won a match that he wasn't sure he was supposed to win. He's like, yeah, you drew a bunch of land. And Paulo's like, no, you drew Bitter Blossom, and I didn't. And, Paulo's theory is the only way he loses is if Jamie draws a Bitter Blossom, Paulo does not. But that happened twice after sideboarding. In the first game, it's sort of gone in a way that let Jamie win, so Jamie wins 3 out of 5. Bitter Blossoms are in the sideboard of Jamie Park's control deck, mostly for the control mirror. Like, they're really powerful against another 5-color control deck. Against fairies, they're not good late, but if you get one at the beginning of the game, if you are able to play turn 2, it's actually potentially very powerful.
There's a couple of backbreakers in here for Anti-Malin. He's got Glenelendra Archmage. It's quite good against 5-color control deck. It's one of the reasons that card's become pretty popular.
Sure.
He's got Mind Shatter.
Really?
So he can, he can just get a little twist on Jamie's hand.
Wow. All right. Jamie takes out Condemns, Wrath of God, Tidings, and Pyroclasm.
Double water.
Puts in Bitter Blossom, 2 guttural response, and Epiphany.
What did you go day 1? 3-3. 3-3? 3-3?
Oh, that's funny.
That worse. 2-3-1? Yeah.
That's funny. These were the 2 worst guys on the day 1 in standard. Anti-Malin went 3-3, Jamie went 2-3-1. Everybody else went 4-2 or better, and most of them went 5-1.
Yeah, it's one of the very interesting things about Worlds. The decks that come through into the top 8 are not always representative of what the top tables look like at the end of day 1.
Right.
Because it tests a full range of skills for these players.
Having trained at Johnny Draft, Jamie ran the table 6-0.
Mono blue, like fairy control. You do. 5-1. I played Lava Spike. Yeah. Hard to play. Mountain Bolt you? Yep. And Mountain Bolt you. What'd you go? 5-1? 5-1. Nice.
See, we were talking about that before the red. He was like, I know, hard to play. People are medically embarrassed when they play the red deck.
Yeah, John Finkel played that deck this weekend as well.
Yeah, he didn't have a great showing with it. It looked like.
He finished 9-9. I think he went like 4-2.
Yeah, maybe 4-2.
I lost to Frank Thurston.
I never expect to see John.
Horrible matchup.
You know, Spark Elemental from John was one of the more shocking moments of my life.
That deck looks good. I mean, Auntie Milan went 5-1 to make top 8 with it, and I believe it had put up a 6-0 as well.
Yeah, and it also did very well with the Winter King, apparently.
Sure. Elves? No, elves.
I mean, one card, 1 mana for 3 damage. There's enough cards that do that. That's up pretty quick. You just need 7 of those and you win.
Sure, John's opening turns against the first time I watched him play with the deck, he was Spark Elemental, then next turn Spark Elemental, Lava Spike you, Suspend Rift Bolt, you know.
Yeah, no, the Zoo is an incredible match.
Etc. Yep. Adds up pretty quick.
In Berlin we played a deck that was actually very good against the Mono Red Burn. Played Martyr Proclamation, which just right plays Martyr of Sense. Take 15 lives and take it back.
Talking about his Berlin deck, he played Martyr in Berlin.
Wow.
And he said he completely misjudged the metagame. He's like, you know, one point I was up around 100 life, and I had a 60 power dragon attacking me.
Sideboard. 1 Ponder. 2 Sower. 4 Agony. 4 Agony Warp. 4 Infest. 2 Flash Freeze.
Why?
2 Vendilion Click. That's what the sideboard is now, which means he brought in...
He's brought in 2 Flash Freeze.
Okay.
He's brought in 2 Glenelender Archmages.
Sure.
He's brought in 2 J Spellerins.
Makes sense.
And did you say the Mind Shatter was still in his...
he brought in the Mind Shatter.
And he brought in the Mind Shatter.
You'd be okay with that, right? Yes, sir.
Yeah, Agony was not so exciting against Jamie.
Auntie be the second Finnish Pro Tour winner? Yep. Only Hovey's won from Finland, right? Not forgetting any other Finnish Pro Tour champion? Hovey has done it twice. Hall of Famer Tommy Hovey. Can't remember another Finnish Pro Tour champion.
Is Matthias Jorstad finished?
No.
I'll keep.
All right, Jamie keeps his draw for game 2. This is basically the same. How different is Auntie Milan's Fairies deck from Paulo's?
Certainly the big difference, I think, is Scion of Una. If I'm not mistaken, Paulo plays 4 Scion of Una. Right. Auntie Milan does not play them.
Correct.
In place of those, you have Vendilion Clicks in Auntie Milan's deck.
Well, Auntie plays turn 1 Underground River, so it costs 3 life to play that Thoughtseize, but that's what Auntie does. Lightning Bolt himself after the conversation about Mountain Bolt U. Remove Soul, Mull Drifter, 2 Esper Charms, and 2 Vivid Lands. Interesting. Probably, I don't know how relevant Remove Soul is to Auntie's draw. But there's a bunch of 3-drops. 2 Esper Charms, so he cannot take both the disenchant effects. I think I saw a Bitter Blossom in Auntie's hand.
Charm.
He takes 1 of the Esper Charms.
Five left.
Alright, Jamie gets to draw a replacement card. Did he draw a replacement card?
No, that wasn't Click. That was Thoughtseize.
Yeah. Oh, that was Thoughtseize. I'm sorry. I was thinking about Vendilion Click. Jamie plays Vivid Land.
Thoughtseize would be so much worse.
Yeah, sorry. If it came with a 2/1 flyer attached to it.
Well, yeah, that would be fine then.
There is the turn 2 Vivid Blossom from Auntie Milan. Jamie does have an Esper Charm in his hand.
16-20. Yep.
Now, do you just blow up the Esper?
I think so. I think so.
Well, not if your land comes.
Well, not if your land comes into play tapped. Yeah, if he could, I think the right play there would be blow up Bitter Blossom, but we haven't seen a land that comes into play on tap, maybe. She pays another life, down to 15 at this point. And Jamie's picked up a cryptic command since we last saw his hand. Auntie's got
Thoughtseize, Bitter Blossom, Remove Soul, Glenlinger, Archmage, and Mistbind Click, along with a Sunken Ruins.
Alright, what's the play? Do you want a second Bitter Blossom? Second Bitter Blossom seems reasonable. His opponent's got he knows most of Jamie's hand. He knows Jamie's got an Esper Charm to potentially blow up one Bitter Blossom. He knows Jamie's got Remove Soul, Mull Drifter. I think second Bitter Blossom here.
Seems fine to me. I would definitely run it out there. It's not like Jamie's going to be exerting a ton of pressure on him.
Right. There's no
one move and a floating.
And he's just going to take the Esper Charm.
Yeah, leads with a Thoughtseize. Yeah, Jamie's got to reveal his hand. We've seen most of it before. Cryptic Command has been added, and a second Remove Soul has been added since after you last saw it. Still got that Esper Charm. Do you take the second Esper Charm? Could take Mull Drifter. Try to pinch Jamie on
now, right? That one result?
I think he's at 12. The second Bitter Blossom's a little bit scary, just given how much damage he's done to himself. 2 Thoughtseizes and off an Underground River.
12 point.
Maybe you can't afford second Bitter Blossom.
One blue.
Yeah, maybe he can't, but he does have a Mistbind Click.
Okay.
He can click one of the two of them in next turn.
He can take Esper Charm. He take Esper Charm and just sit on the 1. He takes Cryptic Command.
4 left. Multi-Double Soul. Yep.
And runs out the second Bitter Blossom. Alright. He has spotted Jamie.
It's going to be a long game.
It's not going to be a long game, says Anti-Marlin. You know what would be really good right here?
Jun Charm?
Brock's Warmuck.
3, I think.
Brock's Warmuck would be awesome. I mean, Anti-Marlin's got 6 turns. He gets 5 attack phases. I mean, Click does get by him a bunch more turns. I guess it's not quite that. It's not going to be quite.
But there's 2 Remove Souls to make the Click a little more troublesome.
True.
Not sure actually if this plan, him being at 12.
Yeah, he gets 5 attacks. If Jamie's able to
if Jamie Jamie buys a couple turns with a Jun Charm, or buys a couple of turns with, well, he doesn't have the Wrath of God anymore, but just fogs even with a Cryptic Command.
Right. Yeah, I agree. This is a little risky from Anti-Marlin.
Get a black. I'll draw 2. Can you draw 2? Yep.
Alright, Jamie uses his Esper Charm to draw 2. Not interested in disenchanting either Bitter Blossom.
That's his road to victory.
Yes, I agree. What he was interested in doing, I think, was coming up with land number 4, which he succeeds in doing.
So, 10.
Auntie down to 10. We'll have 1 attacker. So 5 attacks, in theory, are for what? 1, 3, 5, 7, 9? 1, 3, 5, 7 is not enough. He needs all of them. Like 1 fog, and Jamie wins. 1 fog or 1 sweep of the board.
I don't see how he's going to resolve a Click unless he does it now on his turn, which doesn't seem very exciting.
It's true. This is the window. Click would resolve right now. Oh, Anti-Marlin just threw beautiful. That changes things. Definitely increases the attack power. Do you just click here? I mean,
seems a little crazy to me, but
he knows about the remove souls.
Right, he's not going to resolve a click. And I don't know.
If he ever wants to, he has to basically do it now.
Like, he would certainly just rather have, I mean, you're basically just playing click as a sorcery speed
4/4 flyer.
4/4 flyer. Yeah. You're playing it semi-fair.
Yes.
Yep, there it goes.
And there's Mistbind play. I think that's the right play.
But is he taking a token? Okay, there we go.
Champions, one of the Bitter Blossoms.
My cards.
Comes into play, effect doesn't do anything, but hey, 4/4 flyer, now there's something, there's 6 power. It's going to go up to 7. It's basically, now it's 3 attacks, and Marlon did take a pain there, so he's at 9. Now if he's got 8 turns, then he only needs 3 of them. That seems much better. Yeah, now this is tricky. Like, what's Jamie's answer? Well, he drew Jump Charm.
Untapped. It's amazing.
Jamie's amazed that he gets an untapped land.
The first
Big
one of the
Daddy
game.
Drips. Interest helps.
Big Daddy Drips.
Okay. I guess that one. Go ahead. How many cards? I have 6. Okay. And I'm going to 8.
What is Jamie's plan against 4/4 flyer?
You know, absorb what he can. Take a couple blows, try to whittle down his tokens, try to outlast him. I don't know. I mean, he could also chump block the 4/4. Play another Mill Drifter next turn, double block.
Does his deck, after sideboarding, have a way to remove a 4/4 flyer? I mean, double block with Mull Drifter, sure.
Well, he sided out his Wrath of Gods, right?
I believe so, yes.
Sided in his... He probably... Did he side out his Condemns that we said?
At least some of them.
He only has 2, so...
Yeah. I'm not convinced he's got a way to deal with a resolved 4/4 flyer.
No, not really. Oh, he could Cloud Thresher.
Okay.
So we could see, Cloud Thresher come down, eat everything, and block. That would be a game changer.
Junjarm and then Cruel Ultimatum.
13. 1 token died.
Alright. Malin sends his men in. Mull Drifter picks off a token. 6 damage to Jamie Park, dropping him to 13.
Cards. Still 6. Yep.
Ante just passes the turn.
Yep.
Sitting on his remove souls for the Cloud Thresher.
Cards. 3.
Antti Malin from Helsinki, Finland. This is the 4th time he's played the Magic World Championships. Qualified via level 4 status. Got exactly 20 pro points last year.
Just got there in the last round of Worlds last year. Didn't know if he'd be playing on the Pro Tour this year until the final round of the Swiss.
Yep.
At last year's World Championships.
He went 3-3 in standard with this fairy deck, but he does like the deck. Thought about Kithkin, thought about Mono Red. Decided fairies is just really strong. Only put up a 3-3, but he ran the table on the draft day. It's interesting. Both of these guys 6-0'd booster draft.
Yeah. What was his draft strategy for...
Whatever comes, preferring Naya.
Yep. You're a 7.
Both of them also went 5-1 and extended. It's funny, he says the Mono Red Burn deck that he plays beats Blue Black Fairies and Zoo and has a good chance against everything except maybe Elves. But Elves was merely, about 15% of this field. Antti Malin serves again. 3 fairy tokens and a 4/4 Mistbind click. Head into the red zone. Jamie's Mull Drifter is going to step in front of Mistbind click this time.
Yep. Take 3.
It's like that's a chump block.
No Jug Charm.
Yeah, Jug Charm +2/+2. That's what I was looking for.
Go.
Monty Mullen has been in Memphis since Monday with the Finnish team. Just playing a bunch of Magic. Brought all the decks with him. Got to Memphis a couple days early. Finnish team is preparing for the team competition. Anti's preparing for Worlds. He may be bringing World Championship home to Finland with him. He certainly looks to be in good shape to take a 2-0 lead.
You know, we saw LSV on the brink twice in Berlin.
We did have the Jug Charm.
Is he doing after combat and just...
No, this is, I think this is this end step? Well, that's actually really powerful.
Yep.
End step 2 to all creatures kills everything, including the click.
And brings back the second Bitter Blossom.
Wow.
Which suddenly accelerates the clock on Anti-Malin.
Wow. And then hold everything. Is that going to resolve? There's no way Anti-Malin would let it resolve if he could stop, right? Okay. Oh my goodness.
Oh boy.
Jamie pretty happy to hear the crowd's reaction.
The partisan crowd.
Wow, okay. Double Bitter Blossom means Anti-Malin, I believe Anti's at 7.
He's at 7.
He's got 4 turns left.
He's not gonna be able to kill Jamie in time with that, if I'm not mistaken.
Jamie's at 10, so Anti gets...
He attacks for 2,
attack
then
phases?
4, then 6. No, so I guess he does have enough.
Falls to 5, falls to 3, falls to 1. No, but he falls to 5, doesn't get to attack. He only gets 2 attack phases. He gets to attack for 2 plus 4. Those Bitter Blossoms will kill Anti-Malin before they kill Jamie Park from here. Yeah, no, by the way, Jamie drew Cryptic Command. So Jamie doesn't need to do anything. Right, the pressure is on Anti-Malin. We know Jamie's got Remove Soul in his hand. We know Jamie's got Cryptic Command in his hand. Doesn't seem like he's under any pressure to do anything. Plays a land. Tapping up. Oh, is this
Cruel Ultimatum? Or is this Tidings?
Is this 5? Plays a Mull Drifter for full value. He's going to draw a couple cards and play a Mull Drifter.
Cards?
I don't know if that's worth tapping mana for.
4.
It's tricky. Opens up a window for Anti-Malin to potentially resolve something. So Remove Soul from Anti-Malin. Does not want to let Mull Drifter resolve.
Yep. Floating 1 blue mana. Oh. Yep.
Jamie's got Remove Soul mana left. Looks like he wants to leave that out.
Done. And so you take... Yeah, I took 1 from that. So you're at 6.
Wow, he mana burns. That actually is a whole turn. Jamie tapped 5 mana, but he dealt the damage. That's like Time Walk.
Yep.
Yeah, Anti-Malin is down to 4. Does he have, another Mistbind Click? Potentially, but that would get Remove Souled. Only 4 lands for Anti-Malin. He doesn't have the ability to do a ton. Pretty much everything relevant to creature, right? So Jamie's decision to Mutavault, okay. Oh, that does change the math, so doesn't it? So that drops Jamie to 8. Did the Mutavaults mean Jamie's obliged to blink first? Or is that Mana Burn? That Mana Burn was gigantic.
Wait, couldn't he have put the... Oh, did he just play the Mutavault? Wait, couldn't he have put the mana through the Mutavault?
I'm confused. He must be at 5. Wait, is Auntie's playing for the Yep. Oh, it was Pain Land. He took a Pain Land, not Mana Burn.
Okay.
The mana went into the Mutavault, but there was a Pain Land involved.
Got it. Now I understand.
All right, Malin falls to 2. He does actually have 8 power worth of creatures, but 2 of them have Summoning Sickness. He can attack with 2 Mutavaults and 2 tokens. That is only 6 damage. Jamie Park's on 8. I don't know how Anti-Malin gets out of this. He has to get one of those Bitter Blossoms gone, or he dies on his next up.
Resolve a Mistbind click.
Well, activate Mutavault, activate Mutavault. 6. He's Jamie to, like, accidentally tap some pain lands. I don't know. There's no random Dun Charm Giant Growth coming out of Anti-Malin's deck.
6.
There's no reason for Jamie to do anything, right?
Alright, I'll take.
Yeah.
2.
Jamie just wants untapped mana. Bouncy says go. Jamie's gonna say go. Upkeep. Head. Wow.
Well played by Jamie.
Very well played.
Very well played by Jamie.
And there is a loud crowd into this. The players are segregated from the crowd by about, I don't know, 30 feet, 40 feet, 20 yards, something like that.
10 feet.
Yeah. So Jamie knows this crowd is into it. They're looking a different direction, but he can hear them. And yeah, very American crowd. We're in the middle of the country, right? Memphis, Tennessee, playing at the World Championships, and lone American entry in this top 8 is still alive, and he's now tied this at a game apiece.
Yeah, I still love what when I was talking to Jamie before last night. You know, Americans won every Pro Tour this year.
That's right.
Hey, he's great. Who's the other American in the Pro Tour? In the top 8, it's not Jamie. It's just you.
Oh, I got to do it for the good old USA.
He would exceed, if he wins this match, he would exceed his Swiss match win total with this deck.
Yeah, he only won twice on Thursday. He would exceed the total of him plus teammate Steve Satan. Took 3 players to get that many wins on Thursday. Wow, Jamie played that really smart. I was struggling to understand what he was going to do. He's got a 4/4 click coming at him. We even joked about Giant Growth on the Mold Drifter, but obviously the 2 damage.
I didn't know he actually had the Jun Charm.
I didn't see it either.
No.
Set that up really well. I think Anti-Malin knew it was a little risky to play the second Bitter Blossom. Didn't seem crazy. I mean, it just seemed, okay, it's a little aggressive, but that's...
Well, he needed that second Bitter Blossom if he was going to get his click in. You know, he didn't want to just take out his first... I mean, if he didn't want to take out his first Bitter Blossom, he still needed to generate some sort of win condition.
Right. Wow. So, now, they're playing best 2 out of 3.
All sideboarded.
It's effectively a best 2 out of 3 match. Everything's sideboarded, and Anti-Malin gets to go first. So maybe still slight edge for the Finn. He's going first. He's got a better deck matchup. He's got the deck matchup advantage seemingly, but Jamie Park does not seem to lose today. He has found ways to win. Allegedly disadvantaged matchups in every round. It's a Chris Pakula player card hiding in, it's a Chris Pakula deck box. The Meddling Mage deck box for Jamie Park. Pakula, another Johnny Drafter from time to time.
From time to time. I haven't drafted with Chris in a long time.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah, we were telling the story during a previous round, but Susquehanna Financial has gone out of its way to hire Magic players as option traders on Wall Street. Chris Pakula was one of the first.
So Chris emailed me.
Yeah?
And said, no, I'm the first. Other people learned how to play Magic
after they
got there.
That's funny.
So he's like, there are some people who play Magic there who've been there longer than him, but they didn't play Magic before he got there.
It totally makes sense. I mean, you see this. They're not the only company going out of their way to hire Magic players, right? You've got a number of other companies around the world, various islands in the Caribbean saying, these gamers are really smart. Let's hire some of them. They seem good at, break the system, figure out how do you win the game. What is option trading at the end of the day? It's just another game. It's got rules. It can be won. It can be lost.
Chris Pakula has already emailed that Chris Pakula is getting coverage. By the way.
Sure. sent his Facebook status down?
No, he just sent an email to the. I have the. I have a thread with the draft mailing list open. He actually speaks to himself in the third person. Pretty funny with Mike Turian updated his Facebook status this weekend. Said Mike Turian is a Hall of Famer. And, there are a couple comments on his status. A couple people, congratulations. Chris Pakula says, cram it.
Pakula came very close, year one. He missed the Hall of Fame by sort of 2 votes. Like 1 vote. He would have lost tiebreakers too, but very close to making the Hall of Fame in year one. But looks like that might have been his best shot. Doesn't look likely to get in at this point, but he was a great guy to have around. Did your job for a while? Did the coverage here? 3 top 8s?
Sure.
One of the real giant celebrities from the early years of the Pro Tour. Continues to trailblaze at Susquehanna.
Yep.
All right, their players are off in game 3. Looks like that a turn 1 Mutavault for Antimalan and a Vivid Land for Jamie.
Maybe he's trying to sneak some earlier damage in up the Mutavault if he doesn't have any early play. No Bitter Blossom, get in for 2 on turn 2. Kind of interesting to lead with the Mutavault.
Jamie's got Remove Soul, Rocks Warmonk. I think I saw a Cryptic Command and a Muldrift as he flipped through.
Yep. Bash for 2.
Yep, Auntie does indeed bash for 2.
Yes.
Not the turn 2 opening he was hoping for. I think he would be much happier with Bitter Blossom before Jamie got any mana online. Does Jamie have negates at all, or I've seen that in some of the 5-color decks?
Yep.
Yeah, he does. He's got 2 negates.
Talking to Pat Chapin in between rounds, he said that Gabe might like to put this deck back up on the chassis and back up on the left and tinker around under the chassis a little bit.
Yeah, everybody was... Okay, here's Jay Solaren from Antimalan. Does Jamie have a negate? Can he say no? I think he would like to. Shuffles through his options.
Okay.
And Jace Polarin resolves. Planeswalker in the house.
You can use these if you want. Mind of a card? Or
Antimalan draws a card. Jace down to 2 counters.
how many cards? 6.
6 cards for Antimalan, and got the Jace engine online.
Here comes Rocks Warmonk.
Big Papa Monk.
Big Papa Monk.
Go.
Is everybody Big Papa? It's Big Papa Drifts too, right? Big Daddy Drift.
Big Daddy Drift.
Sorry, my apologies. He draws another card. Jace down to 1 loyalty counter.
Last loyalty counter is the Fog Effect.
Yeah, I think so. Like 3 mana, draw 2 cards, and gain 3 life?
Yeah, that's
okay.
How does Lifelink work when you deal damage to a Planeswalker?
It triggers, I'm pretty sure. Well, here's Sower.
Papa.
So he's stealing.
Won't find out.
I took 1 hand. 1 in. So you're at 18? And go.
Malin passes the turn back. Feeling like that Jamie, he just had creature removal. He basically doesn't have very much in the way of creature removal, right?
Right, even his big Jug Charm last game, he kind of had to jerry-rig that together to get everything.
Well, Jug Charm, I mean, he can kill Sower with a Jug Charm, just straight up. There's just not that much removal in this deck. It's made those Sowers are really powerful.
Yeah.
Like Auntie's tapped out, but he's got no fear. What's Jamie going to do to him?
What are you going to do? Condemn it?
No, he can't even do that. It's in the sideboard.
Could evoke a Cloud Thresher here.
That's true. That's 3 out of 5 for the World Championship title. Match is tied at 1 apiece. Life totals tied at 18. Auntie Malin's side of the board right now is a Jace Valerian with 1 loyalty counter, a Sower of Temptation, and a Rock's Warmonk that he just stole with that Sower. Jamie has 4 lands.
Go.
And he says go.
Cards. 6.
I don't know if Auntie wants to go with Jace's other ability. Doesn't really want to give Jamie cards, but he does.
Both draw.
They both draw. 2 more loyalty counters that Auntie can use. Oh, that's fair enough. I'll use Jace's ability to let you draw a card, but here comes Thoughtseize. Let me make sure you didn't get anything too good. Says Jamie could Cryptic Command here, bounce Rock's Warmonk back to his own hand. Try to. It's probably the right play if he's got a command. Hope against hope that would resolve.
Sounds like
He bounces the Sower.
Yeah.
Why do you bounce the Sower?
I'm not sure.
This is Auntie's main phase. Why don't you bounce Rock's Warmonk there?
I would think so.
Sower's just going to come back down and steal the monk again. I'm a little confused by that play.
I'm taking 2 damage.
Doesn't look like it's going to matter.
Counter that one and
Bounce a land.
Oh, bounce a land would be annoying. Might be better than draw a card. Yeah, I think that's right. Bounce comes into play, tap a land. Seems correct. And now Thoughtseize resolves. Then we get to see 2 Vivid Lands, 2 Mull Drifters, Una, remove Soul, and is that a Bitter Blossom? Yeah, I think it's a Bitter Blossom. Wow, bouncing the land is particularly annoying for Jamie. He was hoping to start playing Mull Drifters. Comes into play tap lander. Not doing him any favors right here.
Did Jamie misclick there?
Maybe. Didn't matter. And Auntie Cameron did it anyway. Really wanted the Thoughtseize to resolve. Remove Soul is the choice. I like that. Leaves him with a very expensive hand. It's tricky for Jamie to do much now. And now here's 5 damage coming over, so.
13 to 14. And now you go up to 17, right? 13 and 17. That's right. Go.
Alright. Jamie untaps. His turn is probably evoke Mull Drifter and play a Vivid Land.
To do this. Cards. Too many? I don't know, 5? 12. After I take a point, I go to 12. Draw 2.
He's going to take another 5 here.
Yeah.
This dies. How's that?
And Jamie plays a Vivid.
And I'm done. I draw.
Auntie Malin draws a card off of Jace. Jace down to 2 loyalty counters. Can crunch for 5, or he can fire up Mull Drifter and crunch for 7.
They are both trying to kill me.
You love doing that to yourself.
Alright. 15.
Another thought seize.
Okay, what's new?
Did he take the cloud thresher here?
Yeah, I think so.
Cloud Thresher?
Both the thought seizes and the chases are actually signed by the artists who are here at Worlds this weekend.
Nice. Which card did they end up taking? He did take cloud thresher, of course.
7, 18? 7,
Attacks
18.
for 5, drops Jamie to 7. And there's a Mutavault, so Mullen is threatening lethal next turn.
Okay.
Mullen gains 3 up to 18. Jamie's got to do something. Four lands in play. Looks like Evoked Muldrifter, really? That is... Now what? I mean, 5th land Muldrifter at full value would have been better. Maybe he doesn't have a land that comes into play untapped.
Okay.
Wow.
Yep.
So, Jamie's just dead if Monty remembers to activate Mutavault, right?
Bluffing Condemn.
It's Mutavault
He
Medic.
didn't leave white mana up. There it is. So, Auntie Mullen up 2 games to 1 now. The Finnish player doesn't like this talk about the United States sweeping all the titles. He wants to take the World Championship back to Europe.
And sort of shifts his deck away from being, or at least it looked that game, shifted it away from being a very aggressive creature deck into much more of a controlling deck. Card draw engine, control magic, counter magic, discard.
It's one of the strengths of the Fairies deck, right?
Yeah.
The fact that you can play it different ways.
Yeah. You can
Depending on
definitely
the
drive it at
matchup or
completely different
sometimes
speeds.
depending on the draw.
Yeah.
Jamie goes back to his sideboard, trying to figure out.
How does that game work for Jamie if he just doesn't play the Rocks Warmonk card?
It's a lot more time. Like the Sower stealing the Warmonk put him under a ton of pressure.
I mean, he had a removed soul in his hand, right?
Yeah.
Most of that game, so like he can certainly just try to get to a point where he can fight off the Sower.
So, 1 game ago, you were talking about Nassif putting the deck back up. Maybe this deck is okay. Maybe get up on wrap on Thursday. Now 1 round later, you're anti-Rocks Warmonk again.
No. I'm saying that Nassif was talking about going in and working on the deck. Like the deck, he was not happy with some of the numbers in there or some of the card choices, as it was relayed to me by Patrick.
If I'm Jamie, Condemn looks relevant here.
Yeah.
Between the Mistbind Flicks, Sower's of Temptation, I think Condemn
You just
one mana
short of removal.
Yeah. I mean, I'd rather have just Lightning Bolt or Agony Warp or something, but
Right.
I mean, Condemn will do in a pinch. Looks like interesting. Sounds like Jamie's sideboarding there was completely a bluff. He moved Guttural Response into the deck, back to the sideboard, into the deck, back to the sideboard. So, no, you should totally do that.
Maybe make Malin think about the Condemns, right? Maybe I'm putting the Condemns back in now.
Jamie will get to go first in this fourth game, but he's got to go back-to-back wins here. He's already won 2 allegedly unwinnable matchups. Can he pull off a third?
Too much coke. Was that?
Jamie is down 2-1. The onus of bringing the title to the United States is on him. If he wants to complete the sweep, he's got to come back and win the next 2 games.
Eating a hamburger.
Did you say he's thinking about a hamburger?
I'm doing one of them.
Doesn't look like either player has actually changed their sideboarding since the first game. Jamie bluffed that he was going to change, but in fact did not.
So you're still condemnless.
Who's going first?
Yeah, I'm not sure I agree with that, but
With a dice? Yeah, let me flip a coin. I'll play it. Thank you.
Lest he be held to that deal. Clarified. Are you kind of surprised he's left the Roxmore Monks in the deck?
well, if Ante doesn't have Sower, I think they're actually a very legit route to victory.
But if Jamie doesn't have Roxmore Monks, the Sowers are essentially blank. I mean, you can still play them as just a 2-2 flyer. But those are easily killable.
But I mean, how good is the matchup? It may be like a turn 3 Roxmore Monk.
Sure.
Probably gives him, in the half of Auntie Marlin's draws that do not include Sower of Temptation, Jamie's in a really good spot, right? Auntie Marlin with the smiley face.
I'll keep.
Like I said, I also felt like Jamie had a better shot at the game if the Roxmore Monk came down on turn 5. Not on turn 3. Maybe. If he can sit there, if he can play Roxmore Monk and sit on Remove Soul for a Sower.
Right.
I keep.
Both players keep their draws. Auntie Marlin is up 2 games to 1. If he wins this game, he is the 2008 World Champion.
Looks like a permission-heavy hand for...
Here's Thoughtseize.
He plays 8 of those,
He seems to have a lot of them. 3 land, Cryptic Command, Guttural Response, and Roxmore Monk.
He's going to take the Cryptic Command, leave the Monk.
Cryptic Command has certainly been the modus operandi so far. Auntie Marlin has deprived Jamie of that card pretty much every opportunity he's had. Marlin contemplates his options.
So interestingly, Jamie, just a little, operational. Jamie also writes down what cards
his opponent has seen.
In addition to what cards, obviously Ante writes them down. But Jamie's like, what cards does he know I have now?
Right.
And what do I not have to be careful to not show him necessarily? Jamie's like, take the War Monk, please. Take my War Monk, please.
Sure. Papa?
And he does take the War Monk. So I'm going to guess that
But we know
Marlin does not have.
we know that he doesn't have
Sower.
Sower looking at his hand. He has Glenelenge Archmage and I think a couple of Broken Ambitions.
Oh, all right. And yeah, in a Sowerless draw, Monty sees the Rockmore Monk as a pretty big threat. So that's what he takes over the Cryptic Command.
Top deck. I do top deck. Go. Go.
Reflecting Pool for Jamie. And third land for Ozzy. Another Reflecting Pool for Jamie.
Go.
I'm not sure that with a couple of Broken Ambitions in his hand, he shouldn't have taken the Guttural Response.
Well, here's another Thoughtseize.
I'm killing myself again.
Monty looks upset with himself.
Yeah, I don't know what that's about.
Cards. 5. You? 5. So.
Jamie thinking about this Thoughtseize long and hard.
Well, he's drawn another Cryptic Command. Since the last time I looked at the hand, he can Cryptic Command the Thoughtseize, draw a card.
Yeah, I think I like
And
this.
Auntie thinks he's cleared the Cryptic Command.
It's also
More.
It's also
That felt right. No mana info. Play more.
well, Broken Ambition is going to counter the Cryptic Command.
Clash of Land. Well, now this is a disaster for Jamie.
Yeah. Yours on top. Oh no, you put it bottom. Okay.
Auntie pushes the land. I suspect Jamie keeps Esperturn? Yes.
You keep it? Yeah.
Now Thoughtseize is in fact been resolved. We see the other Cryptic
So I'm
Command.
at 60. That one resolved already.
Auto response, Cryptic
You
Command,
have that one.
and 2 lands.
Come on. Good roll. Pain land.
How many cards does Auntie have? 3 or 4? I
4
think?
cards.
4 cards for Auntie.
3 now, but 4 coming up. Yep. Go.
Okay, Auntie has 4. Jamie draws Esperturn. He could draw 2. He could make Auntie discard 2. I think it is correct, in fact, to do
I thought
he's gonna
Esperturn,
draw
and
2.
Jamie selects draw 2.
For sure. Again, Marlin, for all of this, though, has no pressure at all to put on Jamie.
Right.
Go.
The culmination of all this permission is a Glenelenge Archmage.
Cards. 4.
There's the Archmage. So the Archmage, he can sacrifice to counter a non-creature spell. It has Persist, so really it gets 2 non-creature spells. It's really good against the uncommon control decks. But, you know, it doesn't do anything about a Mull Drifter, it doesn't do anything about a Cloud Thresher.
One, two, three, four, five.
It's a Mull Drifter.
Drifts.
There is Big Daddy Drift.
Got 2.
Yeah. 1, 2 cards and a 2/2 flyer. Pretty good right here.
My turn? Yep.
Can't really get through the Archmage.
Jamie has drawn another Esper Charm. But going on into Archmage may have a thing or two to say about that.
When Eventide came out, Glenellinger Archmage was one of the cards I was most excited about.
Yeah?
Yeah, it's only really, people are only really starting to play with it right now. But yeah, especially with you know, these cool ultimatum decks, it just seems like such a powerful, you know, it's like I get to attack for again, it's that idea that creatures have just become so much better when we're talking about remove soul.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just 2 counter spells. No attack from Auntie. Nope.
Oh, here's the Mistbind Flick.
Upkeep? Yep. Look at CF. 3.
Wow. Cloud Thresher would be so exciting here.
Cloud Thresher would be ridiculous. He's got an Esper Charm. Too bad is, yeah, the fact that his guttural response is kind of irrelevant definitely hurts. It's like the turn he played the Cryptic Command. Broken Ambition. Dante got to use the Broken Ambitions without running into that guttural response. And it's sort of the only thing that has been guttural responsible.
Right.
I don't think Jamie can afford to fight this, right? I mean, he should probably just be happy
Just
to
draw-
see the Archmage go away.
Alright, draw 2 cards here.
Right, Glenellinger Archmage, instead of countering 2 spells, is just half of a 4/4 flyer. I think you're okay with that. You let this resolve. Now you can actually use your Esper Charm and start putting the game together.
Nothing with Unearth.
Probably float the
Flash
mana.
Is there any in the formats?
I think you float mana here so that after this resolves, you can Esper
And not
Charm.
Bogarden? Shark Phoenix?
Yeah, I think you float Esper Charm mana.
No targets for Ray and Dawnbringer. Alright, I will respond.
Looks like Jamie agrees with that play.
I'm putting a white, blue, and a black in my pool. White, blue, and black in pool? Yep. This fine flick resolves. Okay. Just tap. White, blue, black. Yeah. Okay. Mana pool doesn't clear until... Mana pool doesn't clear until after the draw step is finished, correct?
Yes.
Yep.
No, it won't clear until the end of the beginning phase.
Okay, so... Alright, so I still have 3 in my pool. I will... You got draw a card, yeah. Draw.
Yep.
And you still have the mana in pool.
else Jamie could have there that he would want to.
Yeah, there's just no reason not to.
Yeah. Just keep your game reflexes up.
Something like that. All right. Jamie's going to cast Esper Charm. I think, well, he also gets more information to decide, does he want to draw two or does he want to make Auntie discard two?
Sure.
I mean, that's a legitimate debate here, obviously. Auntie's got 3 cards in his hand. He's been not playing lands, so they're probably spells. So yeah.
Discard two?
Jamie decides Auntie's going to discard 2. Makes sense. Auntie's got 3 spells in his hand, so pretty solid play, especially if Jamie drew something relevant. I'm not in love with this Mistbind Click play. I mean, the Glenolenda Archmage was actually greatly complicating Jamie's life, and Auntie solved that problem for him. And then he gets merely gets a 4/4 flyer out of it. Jamie's got 5 cards. After this Esper Charm finishes resolving, Auntie Mullen's got 1. It's like Jamie's played a pretty good card advantage game here. It's like, yeah, he gets tapped out for the click, sure, but I mean, it's 16-20.
Right. He still has to deal with.
He's got a 4/4 flyer to deal with, but Auntie Mullen's hand was 2 Spell Stutter Sprites and a Broken Ambitions.
Right. That Broken Ambitions has been in his hand since the opening draw.
Yeah. Discards 1 of each. So Auntie Mullen's hand at this point is a Spell Stutter Sprite. Jamie goes to his main phase, plays the land,
and I am done.
And he says go.
Both of you are playing somewhat slowly.
Yep.
Like, be careful about that.
Sure. And my turn. Sure.
Auntie Mullen says, okay.
Duncan McGregor has dinner plans.
16.
I went to all the trouble playing this 4/4 flyer, time to bash you in the head with it. 16 apiece. And Auntie had Jamie tapped out, but no way to take advantage of it.
And Spell Stutter Sprite doesn't do a heck of a lot right now.
No, not really. Jamie plays another land. Multrifter attacks.
14. Yep. Go ahead.
Jamie says go. The 4/4 flyer is large. Jamie's got a couple of turns. He's going to have to deal with it somehow. He's up like 5 cards.
People are responding to the Cloud Thresher in Jamie's hand there, I believe. Possibly the card he saw that made him want to use Esper Charm's discard effect.
Cloud Thresher, Bitter Blossom, Guttural Response, and a land in Jamie's hand. Dig the hole, put the leaves over it.
Sharp Spikes.
1, 2, 3, 4. Guttural Response mana is going to be left over, right?
Yes, it will.
So, down comes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Bunch of green. Here's Cloud Thresher.
Resolve.
And it resolves. So,
You take 2.
Muldrafter dies. Everybody takes 2. And
Plus.
smash. Mistbind Click falls into the trap. Eaten by the Cloud Thresher. And now, Jamie's got a 7/7. And Auntie has a Glenolenda Archmage, but that's just a 2/2. Oh, Jace Balarian comes down from Auntie Mullen. Nothing Jamie can do about that from here. Jace resolves.
Draw a card.
Auntie gets a draw card. He's got to find a Cloud Thresher answer. What does he do about Cloud Thresher? Resolve Cloud Thresher. He sowers it. Yeah, Sower of Temptation is what Auntie Mullen needs.
Sower with Glenolendra, protecting him, from any kind of counter magic.
Now, if you're Jamie, you forget about Jace. You just go for the kill, right? Attacking
I think
Auntie.
you have to.
I think so too. He's at 12. 2 hits. That's the way you deny him draw phases. You kill him.
Give 2 cards.
Crunch.
Attack. You?
I'll attack you.
Yep. Attack you. Now he's got to figure out how badly do I want this Glenelyn to Archmage.
Might not block if it's attack Jace.
Right. You definitely
Probably won't block.
I think you would let Jace soak up 7. I think you don't block. I think you take this one, go to 5,
And have
now
two,
you've got it
have
available.
2 draws to get to your...
Right, 2 draws for Sower. You can sack this to defend from Sower. Persist brings it back as a chump blocker. Oh, in fact, Persist brings it back as a chump blocker anyway, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, don't you block? He says no, he does not block. You get 2 chump blocks out of it. Why not do one of them now? Defend 12 life.
I guess he wants to be able to counter something and chump block.
Yeah, but if he's countering something, isn't it because he's defending Sower? I don't know, I might have chump blocked there. Well, here's Bitter Blossom. Because this is where now suddenly taking 7 damage puts Auntie at a much easier to reach life total with that Bitter Blossom. Glenelyn does counter target non-creature spell. Bitter Blossom counts. Spell Stutter Sprite suddenly relevant. Yeah, Spell Stutter Sprite comes down to stop Bitter Blossom.
More land.
Go. Add a card.
He draws a card. Uses Chase. Draws another card.
I'm at death range.
At death range.
Death
Yes.
range.
You are at less than 7. Jamie is at more than 3. But there's 3 turns worth of blocks available to Auntie right now.
Do it.
Jamie's holding 2 cards, one of which Auntie knows is a guttural response. I don't think he knows the other one.
I don't think we know the other one.
No, I don't think we do.
We now know it's land.
All right. 3 damage into the red zone. No obvious chump blockers available. I'm guessing Auntie's got more up his sleeve.
I'm suspecting it.
He says go.
Upkeep.
Oh, okay. Here's upkeep.
Really? Cryptic command?
Click.
Tap your guys and draw a card.
Yeah. Cryptic command. Tap your guys, draw a card. Now you throw guttural response at this, right? It's effectively, he's going to sack the Glenelyn to counter it, but I think that's okay.
Sure.
Because now it's got a persist counter on it, and it's a turn of chump blocking that goes away either way. Yeah, otherwise the cryptic command buys him a turn.
Which Jamie has to think about now.
I think you go ahead and guttural response it. It's going to get Glenelyn, but that's fine. That's good work. That's plowing through one potential jump blocker.
There it is.
Surprising.
Gutter ball to the surprise of no one.
Surprising.
Oh, here's Spell Stutter Sprite.
Oh, well.
I draw a card.
You still got to slog through that stuff, right?
Draw.
Now what?
Go.
Another Cloud Thresher.
Be pretty good. All right. Jamie does have a Cloud Thresher. He does have his opponent down to 5. He managed to eat a Mistbind Collect, but Auntie Malin is slowly but surely piecing together a potentially lethal Air Force. Draws another card, cashes in Jace for just 3 cards. He's got a full grip, and Jamie doesn't have much.
1 card.
Just 1 card in Jamie's hand.
The card Jamie's holding is Vivid Creek, and he may be up it.
Auntie Malin leads 2 games to 1. he is world champion if he can finish off this game. Looks like he's in flyover, chump block, cloud thresher, flyover, chump block, cloud thresher. It's tight. He might need more gas, but with 5 cards in his hand, he might have more gas.
Just one. One card? One card. Discard your hand.
Ha! Drew the mind shatter. Managed to deprive Jamie of a land. Here comes 3 power worth of flyers. Ooh, Bitter Blossom. Plays a Bitter Blossom. That's a little scary.
Is this a cloud thresher?
Jamie draws 1 card off the top. Auntie Malin's only got 1 untapped land, right? He can counter non-creature spells with the Glenelenda Archmage.
Oh, actually, cloud thresher wouldn't quite do it because the Glenelenda would come back.
Yep. All right, Cloud Thresher smashes into Spellstutter Sprite. Bitter Blossom is now an infinite, well, a long enough supply of tokens to chump block Cloud Thresher. So 3 in the air, chump, 3 in the air, chump, 3 in the air.
Yep. Go. 4. 4, 8.
Yep. The Archmage basically means Jamie needs creatures at this point.
Right.
He's got how many Cloud Threshers in his deck? Here comes 3 more in the air. Jamie falls to 5. Jamie really needs to draw his other Cloud Thresher. Muldrifter's okay too. And instead, Jamie draws another land. He has hit a real glut of lands this game. I mean, he's drawn land, I think. Really thought he was going to send this to Game 5 when he played that Cloud Thresher, but I think every draw phase since then is going to land. And that's not the way to beat Jace or Auntie Malin. I think Jamie's got to play defense now.
He might have needed to play defense last turn.
Interesting. He plays defense now. Yeah, he's going to take 2. Dies next turn. 1, 2, 3. I might block.
Overall. Go.
All right, Auntie Malin goes down to 3.
3, 5.
Plays another Fairy Rose token. Jamie's got a Cloud Thresher on defense, but there is a growing horde of small flyers over on the Fairy side. Fairies has been the deck to beat in Standard for quite a while now, and it looks like it may claim the World Championship title on behalf of Auntie Malin. Auntie decides to send his men over into Cloud Thresher. He'll get through for either 2 or 3 damage, depending on how Jamie blocks. Presumably he'll block the Archmage.
Well, he might not because that
It comes back, but he's up a point of life, so it sort of works out the same way either way.
he still needs a Cloud Thresher no matter what.
Yeah.
Possibly.
Everyone comes back with a card.
Yep. Jamie needs to draw a creature and then resolve it. Oh, another Glenelenda Archmage. Now that doesn't actually do much.
Okay.
Cloud Thresher is still good. Muldrifter is still good. What's Jamie gonna draw? No, it's a land. Oh, it's a spell. There it is. Auntie Malin is your world champion. Glenelenda Archmage prevents Jamie from resolving any spells. And Auntie Malin wins the World Championship title 3 games to 1. The United States does not pull off the sweep. The world title is headed back to Europe. Here comes the Finnish team in. Bear hugs for Auntie Malin. Wow. Congratulations, Auntie Malin is your world champion. He played good Magic. He played great Magic all weekend long.
He matched his win total in standard with the deck.
Yeah, I mean, he did.
In the top 8.
Good deck. Only went 3-3 on Thursday, but Fairy decks got swept out of the quarterfinals. But they got there in the end. Hello again, Brian David Marshall. Randy Bueller. We've just watched the World Championship culmination. Auntie Malin with the 3-1 win. Jamie Park beat Fairies in the quarterfinals despite having a bad matchup. Jamie Park beat Lightning Beat down to the semis, but could not quite get there in the end. Jamie Park is your runner-up. Auntie Malin is now the reigning world champion. What's your thoughts on the weekend?
My thoughts on the weekend, I as we go to Worlds every year, I always focus on the Player of the Year race.
Sure.
I always focus on the Rookie of the Year race. I got a chance to meet Aaron Nicastri when I was in Asia for the last Grand Prix.
Sure.
And, it was really pulling for him. And it was very exciting to see him carry that through. And Shuhei, you have to feel for that guy. He was staggering from body blow after body blow down the stretch to mix my sports metaphors up. And he got there. He held on.
Yes.
So that's one of the big memories for me. But I mean, closest got to be seeing like Jamie Park, this old school player. Seeing him get to the finals of a Pro Tour was so exciting.
Yeah, it really has been a renaissance year for the United States. I mean, they didn't win the World Championship for the Player of the Year, but they did win the team title. They did win 3 Pro Tours. So you definitely see between the sort of California connection, sort of the next generation of LSV and Paul Cheon, and Johnny Draft. Johnny Draft just is the big story, right? It was kind of a cool story when it's, Finkel's getting back into the game. But in fact, you've just got, having what has coalesced in Manhattan around his apartment is just a circle of really good Magic players that are putting up results.
And that are really excited about playing Magic, which is really the key to being successful at it. Because if you don't care about it, if you're not into it, the results are not, unless you're a handful of, dispassionate robots, it's not going to come for you. But Auntie Malin,
he goes down in history as the world champion. He played a great match of Magic. At the end, he played a great weekend of Magic. 3-3 in standard with his Fairy deck, ran the table in booster draft, 6-0, erring on the side of Naya for his Shards of Alard booster drafts. Mono Red Burn and extended.
Right on the back of Spark Elemental.
Spark Elemental, Mountain, Bolt You. That was the strategy. He got 5-1 there, through to the finals, and got it done.
He came out of what should have been a terrible matchup against Akira Asahara.
That's right, Akira
in the quarterfinals. Akira Asahara was undefeated. He didn't drop a game to Fairies on Thursday. This was the guy who was, the master of standard.
Yes.
He was 6-0, 12-0.
12-0.
He 4-0, 8-0'd Fairies. He's got, main deck Pepper Smokes. He's expecting this matchup. He knows that this is where standard goes. He knows this is where the best players are going to be playing.
Pepper Smokes just for the mirror. And he lost it 3-1. It wasn't even close.
It wasn't even close. And hats off to Auntie. He looked at these matchups. He figured out how to win each one of them.
Yeah, and you look at the semifinals, and Auntie is playing against the Kifkin deck. Falls down 2-0.
Right, when we tuned in, he was in that. He was in a lot of that lately.
Yeah. Hannes Karem, the Estonian national champion, who was threatening to be Rookie of the Year as well, but could not quite get there. Couldn't get the 3rd win from his Kifkin deck, and Auntie Malin goes through to the finals, where Jamie Park had one really awesome game. He set up a Jun Charm to sort of deal 2 damage with Muldrifter, and then Jun Charm finishes off the click and all the Fairies and. But at the end of the day, Fairies got there. Auntie Malin got there.
Thoughtseize got there. I mean, Thoughtseize, he really just pinpoint hand-destructed Jamie in every game and really dismantled the plan that Jamie had wanted to, when he looked at his opening hand and decided to keep, Jamie had a pretty specific plan in mind, and that got changed every single game.
Fair enough. So Auntie Malin takes the World Championship title back to Helsinki. Bunch of cash, bunch of pro points. He's set up for the train. He's $45,000. That's a lot of money.
That's a lot of money. That's phenomenal. And he's really looking forward to. He had to skip 1 Pro Tour this year after getting to level 5, but he is going to go to every Pro Tour next year. So he's very excited. He's looking to build on this.
Okay.
And maybe join that elite group of people who you see at every Grand Prix.
Sure.
Constantly have 7s and 8s after their player club membership numbers. He's hoping to build on this and make really see the world.
Sure. We've got the setting up for the award ceremony right now. There's a lot of hardware to give out this weekend. Team title, individual title, player of the year, rookie of the year, a lot of hardware. So stay tuned out there on the internet. Take a look at the award ceremony. Watch these guys get the trophies and the big checks that they deserve.
All right, Michael Jacob, Paul Chan, and Sam Black.
They win the world team title. Back to the States for the first time in a couple of years. The Swiss are no longer the team champs. Paul Cheon's another guy playing really good Magic right now.
Playing great Magic. And, we looking forward to seeing how he kicks off, 2009 in Kyoto.
Yeah. It was actually a crazy match in the Legacy match that decided that. People were still talking about it between rounds, trying to figure out, okay, so the setup, Cheon's going to stand still. He's got a 2-card lead on his opponent, and he has wastelanded two of the 3 tropical islands that are in his opponent's deck.
Right, it was great. You see the team, like, how many green sources did he have?
He's got 3 green sources in his deck, right? He's got 1 million fetch lands, does the Australian Justin Cheong. 1 million fetch lands to go get 3 green dual lands. Turns out, the funny play that nobody thought of, that Pat Chapin in the crowd was only going to think of, the way he could actually get double use out of that tropical island, despite the wasteland on, was he could daze his own spell, returning the island to his hand. He could have actually gotten 2 green sources.
Floating the green. Maybe there was a way he could crossing grip, set off a standstill. It's a crazy match. Be interesting to go back and watch that on tape. Meanwhile, I think it is time for the award ceremony, so we are going to send it down to the award ceremony for Brian David Marshall. This is Randy Bueller saying, see you in Kyoto.
Welcome to the award ceremony for the Magic the Gathering World Championships of 2008. Assisting me today is the head judge, Mr. Toby Elliott. We begin with prizes already awarded. In 4th place from Estonia, winning $14,000, Hannes Karem. And in 3rd place from Japan, winning $15,000, Tsuyoshi Ikeda. Now please welcome the Rookie of the Year from Australia, Aaron Nicastri. And now the 2008 Player of the Year from Japan, Shuhei Nakamura. Now we move to the team event. Please welcome your team finalists, winning $7,500, Australia. Aaron Nicastri once more, Brandon Lau and Justin Chung. The team finalists for 2008 are Australia. And now, the 2008 Team World Champions, winning $12,000, the United States of America. Michael Jacob, Paul Cheon, and Sam Black. Once again, your 2008 Team World Champions, or most of them anyway, the United States of America. $12,000 to the Team World Champions. And now, our individual finalist from the United States of America, winning $24,000. Please welcome Jamie Park. And now, your 2008 Magic the Gathering World Champion from Finland, winning $45,000, Antti Malin. Once again, your 2008 Magic World Champion, Antti Malin of Finland. we'd like to thank all the judges, the staff, the players, and of course you at home for helping to make this such a special Magic event. Join us for the start of the 2009 Magic Pro Tour season in Kyoto, Japan from February the 27th through March 1st. But until we meet again, from us all on the Pro Tour, may we wish you and yours a happy and prosperous new year. I'm your host, Richard Hagan, saying bye.